The Misfits Qatar Supercard is happening on Thursday on Thanksgiving. But before the card started, I know you guys know I'm an MMA channel, I'm a UFC channel, but listen, my Mystic Kenny predictions do leaking over to influencer boxing. You know, people don't know I know about the scene more than anyone, bro. Like, I'm an expert actually in the influencer scene. You know what I'm saying? I just don't make my content on it, but I'm gonna let you guys know right now. If any of you guys bet and you're betting on this card, bro, just know if you follow my bets, you're gonna be a rich man, bro. So I wanna accept your thank yous in advance. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now let's talk about this card because I think this card's stacked, bro. Gib and Slim, bro, long time coming for them, and I'm actually interested to see how this fight goes. I think they're both like their personalities are so conflicting because they're both so confident in their own abilities that they think they're gonna walk through the other one. I think the fight's gonna be interesting, but let's go through the whole entire card, starting with the first card of the night: Amir Anderson versus Naraj. The Naraj guy we saw on the Netflix, he was going against someone named Whindersson Nunes. He was showboating. Remember the one fight like before? I think it was before the Serrano fight where this dude was just showboating the whole time, beating the fuck out of Nunes, just dancing the whole time. Yeah, he actually looks really good. The announcers was like kept saying he was tired and shit. He didn't look tired. He was just doing his good work. He's going against Amir Anderson, who's really good. Apparently, I don't really know shit about him. I'll be real. I don't know enough about him, but what I've been hearing about him, he's supposed to actually go in here and kind of beat up Naraj. So, listen, bro. Don't take this one. Don't take my prediction here with a grain of salt. But I do think Amir Anderson's gonna win. I think Naraj is gonna go in there against some like a young guy who's actually athletic, powerful. And Amir Anderson has high hopes. He's supposed to be one of the better prospects on this card. So I'm gonna give him his justice. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna go in there and knock out Naraj, though. Well, not even knock him out, just beat him by points. Because I think Naraj is tough. He knows how to defend, and he could take a punch. I've seen that against Nunes. He took a pretty good shots there. So I'm going Amir Anderson. Who really cares what happens this fight? This is the first fight of the night. It's not a huge fight, so we're on to the next one. This fight right here, though, Swarms versus Pineda. I'm surprised that this fight got booked, and I'm going to be honest, this fight is probably going to be one-sided in the sense that Swarms is probably going to get beat up. Swarms is not a bad boxer per se. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that one punch, dude, the one punch knockout on Ryan Taylor was cowabunga, dude. It was gnarly. That shit was bullshit. It was such a weird fight because I feel like everyone just looked at that fight like, oh my god, he one punched him. He's so good. It was just an orbital bone injury. I really don't think Swarms is that good. I think that's his best highlight of his career. Other than that, getting beat up by Deji, who's a decent boxer. I think Pineda is a decent boxer too. I think Pineda is tough. He's been they both lost to KSI pretty easily. You know, but Pineda since that fight looked like a better boxer than Swarms. Swarms has had his moments. Got obliterated by Ed Matthews. You know what I'm saying? Swarms obliterated Ed Matthews. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a weird stylistic fight for Swarms. I see him getting beat up, bro. Swarms, you're gonna get beat up pretty comfortably here by Pineda. I think Swarms will be tough enough to last the whole fight, but he will get beat up. Pineda, like, sometimes might empty out the gas tank early and fatigue in the later rounds, but I really think Swarms is not going to have that endurance to keep up with Pineda either. So Pineda wins probably by points, but if Swarms gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. We're going to have to see how the fight goes, but I'm definitely going to put my money on Pineda, bro. I don't know, man. Next fight, this one's weird, bro. Chase Demoor versus Kelz. Kelz looked good in his last fight. He beat that guy Tobes or something. Tobster, I forgot. Tobes. I think his name is Tobes. Tobes dropped Kelz at first. Like, he had Kelz go to adversity, but Kelz got up, ate those punches, you know what I'm saying, came back and showed some good boxing. Chase Demoor is such a weird character. Like, he's so, first of all, I don't know if I know, he kind of pisses me off in like press conferences. I feel like he always tries to take the spotlight away from people. But it gets me mad. But honestly, bro, he's probably gonna be Kelz. He's just an awkward fighter. He's hard to hit. He's huge, bro. He's fucking huge. He's just hard to like even if you're a better boxer than him, like Josh Bruckner was a better boxer than him. That one bare knuckle fighter, way better boxer than him, but they couldn't quite get their hands on him because he's just hard to hit. The way he leans out of ways and throws his stupid clubbing jabs and all that shit. So I'm gonna say Chase Demoor is probably gonna be Kelz. Kelz is tough, but Chase Demoor has been there against some tough people, and he has good durability. He could eat any punch. Kelz kept saying he's never hit the canvas in the press conference, and I get it, you know what I'm saying, but I don't think Kelz is going to be the one to make him eat the canvas. And if he does, I'm sure Chase Demoor, he's been tough. He eats a lot of good shots, so I think he's gonna beat Kelz by decision. Maybe Kelz gets finished, actually, you know. We're going to see how tough Kelz is. Kelz did get dropped by Tobes, so we don't know how tough he really is deep down. But all I'm going to say is I do have my money on Chase Demoor. He's probably going to win this fight, so if you're even swaying, bro, trust me, it's probably going to be a Chase Demoor win. Next fight right here is actually a really good fight in Lil Cracra versus YuddyGang. I love both. I love YuddyGang so much, bro. He's a cool dude. He's respectful. Yeah, I like Yuddy, man. He's cool. Every time I talk to him, he's been chill. Lil Cracra, I grew up on Cracra, chat. Like, Dean the Great and Cracra, bro, people forget, man, dude. Like, bro, they were like literally like one of those people. I feel like I would grow up just watching them box. Like, and then I thought I could be a boxer. You know what I'm saying? They weren't even like going into boxing gyms. More like just like street boxing, like having these fun fights, these entertaining fights. So Lil Cracra and Yuddy is a good fight, man. I actually like that fight a lot. You know, this fight is interesting because they're 1-1. Okay, but what are they 1-1 really? Well, like the first fight, Cracra was pretty clearly winning. It was close, but I think Cracra had a little edge. Second fight, you know, Yuddy won, and this is a trilogy. You know, it's the first trilogy in the fucking Misfits history, and it's a tough fight. Like I said, I do like Yuddy. I do like Cracra though. It's just weird because I like both fighters, but I think the better boxer might be Cracra in the early rounds, but when Cracra starts to fatigue, Yuddy's very sharp. He's very good. So I do think the power advantage might be Cracra, but Yuddy, like he's good at like sticking and moving. And his uppercut when he's in close and Yuddy's hitting you with that sharp uppercut, it's painful, man. Like I said, this is gonna be probably the fight of the night, most technical fight of the night. But I really think overall, I'm going to say YuddyGang by decision. I do think YuddyGang gets it done. They're going to be a high-class fight, but I do think as the rounds progress, YuddyGang's going to start getting better and better and better. Cracra caught him really good the first time. He looked really good the first time, but, you know, I just feel like YuddyGang, I mean, Cracra in his last fight looked good against Joey Knight. I knew he was going to beat him, but Joey Knight was like kind of only beating up these bums, bro. Like no one really cares about. So once Joey Knight stepped him a comp, Lil Cracra showed him what's up. Lil Cracra beat him clearly too as well. But I do think YuddyGang is gonna beat him. He's gonna go on and fight Dean. I think that fight's gonna be a banger. So I am gonna go YuddyGang. Listen, YuddyGang decision, but I love both fighters and may the best man win honestly here because I like both of them. Next up, we got Nick Lamau versus Warren Spencer. Now this fight was a short notice fight for Warren Spencer. It was supposed to be Nick Lamau versus Jay Swingler, which would have been more intriguing to me. But like I said, this fight's interesting. Warren Spencer is actually tough as fuck. So if Nick Lamau like keeps saying it's gonna be an easy fight, Nick Lamau fundamentally is a really good boxer, really hard to like box with. He has really good defense, slip shots really well, land shots pretty well, dude. He's cowabunga, dude. He's gnarly, dude. But I think Warren Spencer gonna be tough. But I could see Nick Lamau outpointing him. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if Warren Spencer just marauders his way into like a decision victory, like a real bad man. But like I said, this fight's interesting. I don't know. This fight's like to me ever since the Jay Swingler kind of pulled out, but not pulled out, got injured and is recovering. But I'm gonna say Nick Lamau is probably a safer bet. But I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Warren Spencer pulls it off. But I am gonna go with the safer pick, which is like Nick Lamau. Next up, Jarvis versus Ben Williams. This fight's interesting because I swear, bro, it's not what you guys think. I know Ben Williams is a very good boxer, like really good boxer, bro, but Jarvis is going to expose him, man. I do think Jarvis is going to expose him, bro. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like Jarvis is too much of a marauder. He's going to eat all the punches, keep walking forward, and he's just going to aura max him, bro. He's going to use his aura and just aura max him. And look at the size of a Jarvis head. He's going to eat all the punches Ben Williams has coming. You know, like Ben Williams started struggling with Fez Batista when Fez Batista started like picking it up. And I'm not saying Fez is a bad boxer per se, but I just feel like, you know, I don't know, man. I just feel like Jarvis is just too much. He's too tough for Ben. Ben's going to get exposed going to later rounds. He might even get hurt by a shot by Jarvis. Wouldn't be surprised there. Fez Batista was landing some clean shots on him. Jarvis could do the same. Jarvis has been in like the Mayweather gym going against people like Carmel. Like he just went against the toughest competition, ate their best licks, kept coming forward. So I do see Jarvis upsetting Ben Williams. This might be an upset to some people. Not to me, though. I kind of see it coming. Jarvis just marauding his way through Ben Williams. That's my official prediction, and probably by decision. Or TKO if Ben Williams can't take the heat, then get out the kitchen. Real bad men style. Next up, Deji versus The Wood. This fight's stupid. Deji's going to beat him up so bad it should be illegal. Deji might get arrested for the quick beat down. He's going to get The Wood. The Wood's like, he's trying to make it seem like he's the, oh yeah, dude, everyone's talking about this fight. Nah, everyone's just talking about Deji's fight, Deji's return, and you happen to be the guy returning because like 6 people pulled out and didn't want to fight Deji. But yeah, The Wood's going to get brutally beat up. This is just a one-sided fight. It's not, it shouldn't even be happening. But it's going to be cool to see Deji get a first-round knockout, I suppose. So, yeah, easy Deji win. He's going to make it look so easy that we're going to question why the fight was even booked. Moving on. TikkyToky versus Masai Warrior. Now, I seen this Masai Warriors guy in the open workout. He was on his tiptoes. He looked horrible. That's the only thing I've seen of him. He's going to get knocked out in like the first round by TikkyToky. Damn, I can't even say his no hairline have a name. People have a lot of hype on TikkyToky. Fundamentally, his boxing looks he doesn't look all that great. He's getting overhyped. He's overrated, but he's still gonna be Masai Warrior pretty comfortably. This guy's just I don't want to call him a bum, but he's just he's getting thrown into the slaughter, bro. Like they know what's gonna happen, or people with common sense know what's gonna happen. I don't even know why TikkyToky is this high in the card, but I think he's just gonna go in there and beat up the Warrior really badly, like without breaking a sweat. We'll see though. We'll see if Masai can land like a lucky shot, but I really feel like he's just gonna shell up and TikkyToky is gonna beat the crap out of him. All right. The co-main event of the evening. Now we're talking, chat. Now we're talking. Salt Papi versus King Kenny. Both of them are like seasoned in the influencer scene. They both went against different styles, you know. I feel like skill for skill, they both have really good wins. King Kenny's win over Winterson Nunes was beautiful. The way that was a masterclass. Salt Kenny's win over Josh Bruckner, who I think is one of the better boxers in the scene, that was beautiful as well. Man, they're both really good. Now, let me say something about Salt Papi. He loses to people or struggles with people with an overwhelming aggressive style. Anthony Taylor, of course, beat both of them, but Anthony Taylor's style of just hugging and just making it ugly and just fucking, you know, being AT. That's always frustrating to deal with. And then, of course, Kenny struggled with it too. You know, the last guy he fought, Ferrari, was just fucking throwing Salt Papi on the ground. He's not going to have to go through all that crazy shit, grappling and stuff. And then Salt Papi also lost to Slim. One thing I think Slim doesn't get credit enough for is his inside work and his inside boxing and how he like throws big bombs from the inside. King Kenny's not the same at all. Now, this is the problem I've noticed. Like, King Kenny, I've seen him struggle with the AT style, like getting in there and just he's there overwhelming you too close on the inside. And I've also seen King Kenny get outworked in boxing technical wise from people like Face Temper, even though it was a robbery. You know, even though he won that fight, I still think he struggled. People like Face Sensei, I feel like Face Sensei was a big one. He was struggling with his power hand of Face Sensei. Even though you're orthodox, I understand that. My point is, I've seen King Kenny get outworked like close by AT, then outboxed by people like Temper and Sensei, by the Phase members, you know? So it's like, I've seen Kenny lose in a technical, like, skill for skill boxing match. I haven't seen Salt Papi lose in a boxing match. The Slim fight wasn't really straight, clean boxing, you know what I'm saying? And King Kenny keeps it clean. Slim doesn't keep it clean. He gets reckless and just throws these big bombs from the inside. That's why I think Slim does his best work, despite his range. And Salt Papi is just yet to go get outboxed by someone. The only other guy who's really good, or I think is a pretty good technical boxer, that tried to outbox Salt was Josh Bruckner, and he got knocked out. So King Kenny's in for a long night, I think. I feel like King Kenny is talented, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets caught with a power hit, like a power shot, and might even get dropped or finished, because I've seen King Kenny get caught hard by Face Sensei, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think Sensei even carries the power of Papi, and as well as the fact that you know, Papi's a southpaw, a hard-hitting southpaw, and his best weapon is his left, being a southpaw. And every single time Kenny got rocked by Sensei, it was from him slipping his counters. Salt Papi, when he knocked out Josh Bruckner, he slipped his straight and countered him. Like, bro, it's just like, it's a bad night for King Kenny, you know. And I think Salt Papi's not going to underestimate him. Endurance-wise, they're both pretty good. King Kenny has good endurance because he doesn't use a lot of energy. He kind of just relies on his jab. Doesn't really throw much of his power hand unless he's going against a bum that he's better than. But yeah, it's a weird fight, and I like both fighters, but I think I'm going to back Salt Papi here by, I think it's a 6-round fight, but by either TKO, points, or like a knockout. I could see Salt Papi winning it. King Kenny's a really good boxer, don't get it twisted, but to beat Salt Papi, I don't think you're supposed to outbox him, but rather like go in there and make it ugly, and I just don't think that's King Kenny's fight style, so I'm going to go Salt Papi officially for the win. And for the main event of the evening, the Big Gibber versus Slimmy Slim, 28 years old to 30, 5'8" to 6 feet, 69-inch reach to 78-inch reach, 6-1 to 7-0, 24 rounds to 22 rounds, 3 KOs to 5 KOs. This fight will be a banger. Now, here's the thing. Despite Slim's long reach advantage, I'm telling you right now, he doesn't even use his reach. Like I said, his best work is on the inside, in my opinion. You know, that's just how he did rock Salt Papi with a good one too from like kind of the outside entry, but overall, I feel like Slim does his best work there. Now, Skib is a slow starter. He does get tagged up a lot. I do think Austin McBroom's skill for skill might be a better boxer than Slim, but not a better scrapper than Slim. I think Austin McBroom gets knocked out by Slim because I think Slim knows how to scrap pretty well. Now, Gib, his boxing style is not the best. He's kind of goofy. He's a lot of happy feet, you know, trying to land some clobbing overhands there and there. Big looping punches, you know what I'm saying? Slim throws his looping punches, but I think he throws them a little bit tighter, the way he kind of keeps his like guard up really tight, and like they both throw awkwardly. I think Slim's like a Dricus Duplessis. People who watch UFC, he doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, but he's effective, you know. And Gib's kind of similar. Like, he doesn't look like the best boxer, but he drowns you over time. I believe this. I don't know if this is an 8-round fight. I believe I heard something like that, but Gib's obviously going to have the endurance advantage. You know, he's going to have the advantage trying to marauder his way into a win. But I want to see the early rounds, because even Slim, he doesn't have a great gas tank visually. Like, it looks like he's fatiguing, but when he's fatiguing, he's still dangerous because he shells up, gets in close, and throws bombs. And Gib has been dropped multiple times, and I think Slim's going to be the hardest puncher that Gib's ever went against. This fight's really hard for me to actually predict, because I feel like on paper, stylistically, people are like, oh yeah, dude, just Gib's going to run through him, dude, you know? Gib, as the rounds go, is just going to marauder his way forward, dude, you know, cowabunga, gnarly, dude. That's what I feel like people are like trying to paint, the narrative people are trying to paint. It's not a bad narrative. I see what they're saying. I see what they're talking about. But it's going to be tough to see Gib take some of these power shots from Slim. You know, Slim's, like I said, his endurance is not quite Gib's, but I've never seen him fully fatigued, like to a point where he stopped throwing. But I have seen him fatigued pretty badly, like against Zanetti and Ryan Taylor. He looked like he started fatiguing as the rounds went, and it does look like Gib would have advantages there. Man, I hate this fight because it's so hard to predict, and I want to get it right. But, man, I don't know. Like, I think it's like a 50-50 fight, genuinely. But I feel like as the longer the fight goes, on paper, Gib should have the advantage. On paper. But when this fight actually happens, I just have a feeling that Slim's going to get it done, and he's going to actually finish Gib in the later rounds. Like I said, Gib does do his Marauder style great, but one thing I gotta take into account with that Austin McBrome, when he was getting battered, he didn't know how to like fight effectively. He would like punch into range, while Slim actually does a really good job high guarding, getting in close, and then throwing his bombs. And I feel like that's gonna cause Gib problems in the later round. So when Gib thinks he hasn't fatigued and is walking him down, he might run into something like we've seen Ryan Taylor do, etc., against Slim. And Slim's just not someone you want to get hit by, bro. So my official pick will actually be Slim by finish in the later rounds to shock a lot of people. Slim is the hitman, man. He the shit, man. Mess with him, you gonna get clipped, man. You get me? Real bad, man. So yes, I am going Slim. But that's it for me, bro. Let me know what y'all think about these predictions, bro. Like, trust me, Mr. Kenny's gonna hit with these Misfits predictions because I translate to different sports, bro. MMA doesn't matter, brother. Boxing, brother, doesn't matter, bro. I'm gonna cook with this. Let me know what y'all think about these predictions. That's it for me, and God bless. 2, 3, 4.